Congresswoman Marian Enriquez of TV5 for today's first question.
Good afternoon po. Since may hatian na po tayo, how confident po yung prosecution panel in proving the allegations po of the articles of impeachment? Siguro per article kung sino yung lead can share po. Paano po kayo naghahanda and how confident are you to share your evidence po?
We're very confident with the evidence that we have. We have been prepared with this since last year, and with a vote of confidence of 255 members of Congress and 257 members of Congress, and the evidence being very obvious and very clear, it speaks for itself. We have more evidence to support the same, and we have witnesses to present, and we are certain that once the evidence is presented in the Senate impeachment court, we can secure a conviction even for this article alone.
Okay, on unexplained wealth, no, nakita naman na po natin yung body of evidence during the course of the House Committee on Justice proceedings. We don't want to discuss further yung po mga detalye as before because we are within the impeachment trial process already. But yung po mga dagdag na mga ebidensya which did not get disclosed during the course of the committee proceedings, we will seek to present it during trial. Kasama po dyan yung unsealing of the BIR box. Kasama din po dito yung pagbubukas ng pong bank accounts ng pong mag-asawang Duterte Carpio. So, given the entirety of the body of evidence that we had seen, tingin ko naman po on unexplained wealth pa lang po, we can secure a conviction of the Vice President.
With respect to the articles regarding the bribery, ito naman po ay nakita na natin during the committee hearing of the good government during the 19th Congress. And ito rin po yung magiging presentation natin. But of course, since the impeachment court had already convened, we are barred from discussing about the merits. But rest assured, everything will be according to kung ano man yung plan tsaka legal strategies na amin pong gagawin. Salamat po.
For confidential fund, we wish to express our confidence in proving this article, establishing the guilt of the respondent. We have seen the evidence already. As a matter of fact, as early as during the 19th Congress, during the inquiry in aid of legislation of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, you will recall the testimony that was presented by PSA about the fictitious names appearing in the documents evidencing payment. You will remember also the testimony of the NBI about the signatures, which appear to have been authored by only few number of persons. So we can also include the notices of disallowance recently issued by the COA, as well as the denial of the appeal of the respondent Vice President, which means they are affirming the 73 million notice of disallowance for 2022. So, like what Kong Joel Chua already mentioned and Kong Terry Ridon, we cannot discuss anymore on the merits because we have entered our appearance already as public prosecutors yesterday, and we are bound by the prohibition which is included in the Senate rules on impeachment. Nonetheless, we are reiterating our confidence in establishing and proving these 4 articles of impeachment.
Last na lang po from my end.
Go ahead.
Chair, can you also divulge na po kung pwede kung sino yung mga private prosecutors na piling mga spokesperson, impeachment managers, and also you mentioned during your opening statement, let us all be reminded that yung forthwith, it's not only the convening, it is the trial that is mandated. May fears po ba, may concerns po ba tayo na haharangin pa muli yung trial?
I am actually very positive about the impeachment court because they responded already to the mandate of convening forthwith. Nevertheless, we just want to remind our beloved countrymen that what is being mandated by the Constitution is not only convening forthwith. What is mandated is trial forthwith. By trial, it means presentation of evidence, presentation of witnesses, which will lead to decision of either conviction or acquittal. We are positive and we look forward that we will be appearing during the pre-trial and thereafter the trial, where we will be presenting all the evidence for the prosecution. Well, I understand that Rene Co already mentioned publicly that she's one of the talking heads. And I wish to include the name of Congressman Zia Adjong. Congressman Zia Adjong. So there are two of them who at this time will be speaking for the House of Representatives panel of prosecutors. Right now, we are calling them talking heads of the House of Representatives. We will see if later on we will be engaging a separate person to appear as the spokesperson for the panel of prosecutors. And then about the private prosecutors, we're still in the process of finalizing them. But as soon as we are done finalizing the list of private prosecutors, we will be sharing this publicly. About the impeachment manager, I cannot comment yet. We are just helping each other without any designation. But let's see if in the future we will come up with a person who will be designated formally as the impeachment manager.
Thank you. Are there any other comments from the House prosecutors? If none, we will recognize Jonathan Andal from GMA7. You may proceed.
Good afternoon po. Congressman Keith Flores, lahat po ng kasama nyo rito bumoto ng yes sa impeachment. Kayo lang po yung nag-abstain. Pero kayo po ay public prosecutor ngayon. Pwede po malaman ang dahilan, ano po ang reason, bakit kayo nag-abstain at bakit nyo rin po tinanggap na maging public prosecutor?
Well, being prosecutor is the collective wisdom of the members of Congress. No? So I was nominated and elected. And after that, I took on the role as public prosecutor.
Ano po yung reason, sir, kung bakit kayo nag-abstain? Pwede po malaman.
Well, there were personal and political reasons for abstaining, but it wasn't about the articles of impeachment.
Thank you, sir. Last question na. Ma'am, can you walk us through sa magiging sa proseso ng pre-trial stage? Ano ang mga mangyayari doon? Gaano katagal ang aabutin nito bago tumungo sa mismong trial?
Well, by pre-trial, what I can share with you is my experience in the ordinary criminal case, no? There will be stipulation of facts, there will be submission of the name of the witnesses, and submission of the documents to be presented. But we have to know yet as to what will be the rules of the impeachment court with respect to the conduct of the pre-trial. I hope that we will be given the opportunity as well to participate in coming up with these rules, which will govern the pre-trial of this impeachment proceeding.
Last na po. Yung mga private prosecutor na kukunin po ninyo, allowed po ba sila to conduct cross-examination? Ano po ang nasasabi sa rules?
Well, cross-examination is allowed every after direct examination of the witness, be it a witness of the prosecution or a witness of the defense. So to your question as to whether the public prosecutors are allowed so long as they are under the direct control and supervision of the public prosecutors. Private prosecutors are allowed.
Thank you. Let us now go to Lance Mexico of Newswatch. Lance?
Hello, good afternoon po. Siguro po first to Congresswoman Luistro or Prosecutor Luistro, may survey po na lumabas kamakailan na nagsasabi na public opinion is still yung preferred ng mga tao over evidence daw pagdating sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Sa inyo po bilang lead prosecutor, how will you convince not just the prosecutor, not just the judges, the senator judges, but also the public that there is enough reason to convict the vice president?
Evidence and public opinion are very much intertwined. If you will be able to present strong evidence, therefore you will be able to get a favorable public opinion. Both are significant for us to be able to establish the 4 articles of impeachment.
Right now po, siguro anyone can answer kung sino po yung gusto. Ano po yung biggest challenge na nakikita ng mga prosecutors sa paparating na impeachment trial? Anyone can answer po. Okay po. Sige, si Congressman Defensor.
One of the biggest challenges that we face is fake news, trolls na mali ang ikinakalat na balita, maling ebidensya ang binabarina sa utak ng ating mga kababayan. Ang fake news at trolls, dapat matigil na yan. And this impeachment is one of the biggest step that we can take for accountability to start in this country. Pero dapat ma-overcome din natin ang fake news dahil hindi natin maaabot ang katotohanan, hindi lang sa impeachment na to, but truth in everyday living kung hindi natin ma-overcome ang fake news at mga trolls na umaatake, hindi lang sa House of Representatives, but to truth itself.
Thank you, Kong. Siguro last na po on my end to Congresswoman Luistro. We are all aware po doon sa Senate leadership change nitong nakaraan. And hanggang ngayon po, medyo uncertain pa rin because 13-11 pa rin yung majority and minority. Is this something na concern po ang prosecutors? I mean, are you concerned with the current majority members or with the current lineup of senators, especially dun sa majority ay kilala naman pong kaalyado talaga ni VP Sara at ng mga Dutertes?
Well, let us all be reminded that this is a constitutional duty that the public prosecutors are trying to fulfill. So regardless of who are in the majority and who are in the minority, the 11 prosecutors will be very much obliged to help establish these 4 articles of impeachment. We wish to express also our highest respect to all the senator judges. We understand that even they are responding to their constitutional duty. So we expect that we as public prosecutors will be responding to their mandate in the same way that the senator judges will be impartial and independent in hearing and resolving these articles of impeachment as what the Constitution mandates.
Thank you, Lance.